Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
Second of the trilogy of Limeys. That's how you want to
Second
start
in
it.
the trilogy of Limeys talking about movies.
Hey, that works. So I saw Villa did all right against Man City.
It's a good day. It's a great day. It's a great start to the day anyway. Yeah. Third time in a row we beat
We got F1 after this, and
Mexican Grand Prix, looking for a win for Lando. Anything but Max. We don't want Max. We want Lando.
and then Jay's tomorrow night. So it's going to be a good week for sports.
It should be. It started well anyway. Last night was a bit rough.
Yeah.
It was very rough. I think I bailed on in the 8th.
Yeah, it was their pitching was just way too strong. They just couldn't get anything. The bats couldn't get swinging right. So
couldn't get to him.
When I reached out, you said you want to do Pulp Fiction. So this is our first
My very favorite movie of all time. Yeah.
Should have brought your wallet.
I did. Ian bought me a wallet. What was that? A couple of years ago. With the infamous wallet from the cafeteria scene, or the diner scene, Samuel L. Jackson.
Now, I want you to go in that bag and find my wallet.
Which one is it?
It's the one that says bad motherfucker.
I'm still waiting for somebody. I'm still want to leave my wallet somewhere and ask and forget about it and say, "Oh, has anybody seen my wallet? Which one's your wallet? The one that says
badass motherfucker."
Bad motherfucker.
All right, bad motherfucker. All right,
which is so not me, but I mean, that's the irony of it.
All right, so we're talking about Pulp Fiction. 1994 came out in October in the U.S. I'm not sure when it came out in the U.K., but
I was here though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Director is Quentin Tarantino. Budget was $8.5 million in the box office. $213.9 million. So it did all right. Worldwide, of course, worldwide.
Yeah, and I think it was his second movie, right? The first one being Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, I believe so.
Which in itself was a great movie, but I'm not sure what their numbers on that one were. But yeah, Pulp Fiction. I honestly don't remember it coming out specifically. I just remember once I'd seen it, it was like, that was brilliant. That was different than anything I'd ever seen before.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I saw it in the theater, to be honest with you.
I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did. It was one of those after Video Plus books to get the DVD and a bag full of candy and watch it at home.
Yeah. So if anyone that hasn't seen it, which shame on you if you haven't.
Shame on you. Although, having said that, I haven't seen any of the Back to the Futures. And as I said to you, I'll probably die having never seen them. And I think that's heresy amongst movie buffs.
But like you said, the whole time travel thing's not your thing, right? So.
No, yeah, I get a bit confused.
Which is weird that you like this thing, because this is all over the map, really.
Well, it's only, it's just not, it's not sequenced very well. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no time travel in this one.
No. Well, kind of. No, not really. So anyway, so it's Quentin's, obviously, it's his iconic crime masterpiece that blends sharp dialogue, dark humor, and unforgettable characters. Hitmen, gangsters, and a boxer's revenge collide in a out of order story about fate, chaos, and redemption.
Well, yeah, it's got everything in it. It really does.
Obviously, the cast it's a massive cast, and some people you don't recognize, and some people you do. So,
yeah, like Amanda Plummer, like Christopher Plummer's daughter, like coming from Stratford, and where Christopher Plummer's huge, like having his daughter in that movie. And I was thinking earlier, I wonder how much money she made from that versus how much he made from The Sound of Music. And if the numbers are comparable.
Well, she was only in it for, what,
she's in it
minutes?
for, she's only in the diner scene.
Yeah.
But, her and the honey bunny. I mean, it's great. It's a great scene. She's just crazy. She's manic.
Yeah, so the cast includes John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, Uma Thurman, Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Ving Rhames, Rosanna Arquette, Christopher Walken, Eric Stoltz, Steve Buscemi, and Kathy Griffin is in there for 10 seconds.
She's the car crash,
Yeah.
the car crash scene. But I mean, I didn't even think about the cast, but that is an amazing cast if you look now at what that cast has done since then. But I mean, I don't know. Buscemi was in Reservoir Dogs,
which was 2 years earlier, which is
yeah. I mean, had he done much before that? Bruce Willis obviously had. Samuel L. Jackson, had he done that much before 94?
yeah.
Had he?
I don't know. I know John Travolta's done a ton.
Well, it was Travolta's kind of kickstart of his career, right? Because he'd done like Saturday Night Fever and all those movies. But I think it really kickstarted his career again.
Yeah.
Because it's so different. His character's so different than anything he ever did before.
Yeah.
The washed up gangster.
It's funny because I keep thinking about, like, what was that movie there with Kirstie Alley where he was the airline pilot and they had a baby or something?
Oh, yeah. Look Who's Talking.
That's it.
Is
Look
that
Who's
it?
Talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was that before or after?
I don't know. I don't know, but I know which one I remember a lot more, and it wasn't the Kirstie Alley one, but yeah. And I think they do 3 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a stretch.
I think they were pretty popular just with like the whole family aspect, right? Whereas Reservoir Dogs, you're not really watching with your kids.
Yeah. He's pumping movies out now as well.
Yeah.
John Travolta.
I just rewatched there's another one with Samuel L. Jackson. The one where he's the drawing a blank on there. I was gonna say The General's Daughter, but it's not that one. It's God, that's gonna drive me nuts. He's an ex-ranger himself, and he gets brought back into the fold to investigate what happened to Samuel Jackson's been killed, and everyone from their whole platoon that's on a training exercise dies except for one guy.
Don't
It's
know.
really good. I'll look it up afterwards and let you know, but
Footnote.
yeah. So I know we were talking about before, like off camera, just roughly talking about which character to you stood out the most in this movie.
I think it has to be the Bruce Willis character. Just again, is just a boxer who wants one more fight, and just him and his relationship with the watch that was stuck up his dad's ass for while he was in Vietnam. And again, it's just that the whole story about the watch. But again, just the one-liners out of that, like when he gets in the back of the taxi with now here's a question: the name of the taxi driver, and I do know that, but it escapes me. But just the lines, and him and his girlfriend when she forgets the watch, and and again, I forget where that kind of figures in Bruce Willis's career. Was he a big star then? Was it after Armageddon? I think it was, wasn't it? Armageddon was around the same time, so he was probably a big box office star at the time. I think it was around the same time.
I want to say Armageddon was like 92, 93, somewhere in there.
Yeah, so around the same time, right? So he was probably a big box office then. But like you said, that whole cast, when you look back at it, I think, what a hell of a cast it was. Like I think Keitel's been in every one of Tarantino's movies.
No, I'm saying I've got 97 stuck in my head for Armageddon, so maybe this has also kind of jumped him into it as well. But
I mean, to pick one story out of that, I mean, the least one I like, the least favorite piece of that was when he's shipping off Marcellus Wallace, his wife, to the you say the Eric Stoltz character, the kind of the Jesus figure who's has to put a syringe through her heart. That part of the movie, that part of it I could do without, but I mean, it's just an incredible story. That pick one out of all of them. Like the diner scene is amazing. Like Samuel L. Jackson's just his delivery, the one-liners. Like when they're talking about eating pork.
Yeah.
It's got to be one smart-ass motherfucking pig, I think is the line. It's just some incredible writing in it.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was John Travolta. I don't want to say it more or less centered around him more than anybody else, but it kind of does.
I think he features. He's a common thread, right? In the like when Bruce Willis comes back to the bar, he's got the suitcase, and I've just realized what I wanted to say about, was it post credit? The one that We'll
get to that.
Just make sure I remember my post credit. It just came to me what I'd want to see. But yeah, I think he's a common thread in majority of those stories.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the reason why for me he's the character that kind of stands out. He might not have the best lines, but he's, like I said, it's almost like it kind of
think there's some shock value when he came in, when he was in them, when he was casting it. I think the fact is like, oh, Travolta's in this. I mean, what? Why? You know, he's kind of washed up, but I think at the time, yeah, it was interesting that he was casting it.
Well, there's a few people that almost didn't actually do the film. Like Uma Thurman said no,
Oh yeah,
and
really?
Quentin Tarantino had to call her, and he had to read her lines from it to talk her into it.
Oh, okay.
So
And then she went on to do Kill Bill
yeah,
with him.
yeah. So there's God, who else was there? There was the story actually changed. It was originally it was supposed to be a young boxer, not
Oh yeah.
Mickey Rourke was going to do it, and
Oh, see, that would have killed. Do
And-
not like that man. Do not like that guy.
so he said no anyways. And then so because Bruce Willis was the next guy that he wanted, he made it an old washed out boxer as opposed
Okay.
to the story kind of varied a little
Yeah.
right there.
Well, that's good. I didn't know that. But yeah, Mickey Rourke. No time for that guy.
Yeah. Well, if we're let's just say today someone comes to you, you're now the casting director. We're gonna make this movie called Pulp Fiction. It's never been done before.
Okay, so you're not remaking it.
No.
This is interesting. I don't have much imagination on this, but like I've got to cast the same movie. I've got to cast it now with today's stars.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many characters to cover, though.
Well, let's just start with
Well, you tell me, because it's like I haven't done my homework here. So you tell me who you think, and I'll throw it back at you. And
all right. So for the John Travolta character, to replace John Travolta, I should say, Oscar Isaac.
Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
You can't just use Star Wars characters.
It won't all be
Well, you're
Star
just
Wars.
gonna-
But he's been in a ton of stuff, and he's actually a pretty decent actor.
But has he got that presence like that?
I think he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would he have the same shock value?
No, no.
Like bringing in somebody today, like you've got to bring it. Let's say Travolta was washed up and they brought him in. You got to bring somebody in that was washed up, who hasn't been around for the last 10, 15 years
Yeah, but
in that role.
I think that's where you had the shock value was because he was a big star and then he faded away and all of a
Yeah.
sudden you came back. But
So your Oscar Isaacs doesn't fit that,
right,
right?
but it doesn't have to be the same.
No, I know. But who would fit? Who would be more fitting of that? Somebody who's been washed up, hasn't been around for 15 years, and you just throw him in a role, like throwing him in the deep end like that.
Yeah, but it's a different time. Like I feel like people had more patience back then, whereas nowadays it's
Probably.
not. Like everything, like film, TV, sports. If you
You're
don't,
forgotten in a,
yeah,
in a
if it's
heartbeat.
not a success right away, you're gone.
Yeah, fair.
Samuel L. Jackson, I chose Daniel Kaluuya. He was from
And with the same language that you talk when you talk recasting it, you're talking about the same script.
Yep.
Same word. Okay, so the same delivery, the same lines.
sorry, the guy's from Black Panther. He was
Really?
he was he was the guy that was his King Chewbacca or whatever his name was. It was one of his good friends, and he was in charge of the army, and he was the one that kind of
Mm,
betrayed him.
okay.
So
All right.
Bruce Willis, Glenn Powell. You know who Glenn Powell is? No, come on.
No.
Top Gun. Have you seen that? The new one.
Which character?
He was not Iceman. Hangman.
Is he the one that you don't like until the end? He
Yeah.
comes through.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that.
For Uma Thurman, I chose Aubrey Plaza.
You're just trying to confuse me on screen, aren't you? You're just trying to throw these obscure names.
She was
at
in
me.
White Lotus.
Which character?
The second season, the one that the girl you don't like. She's a complete bitch.
Can you say that in this?
I can say whatever I want. I can say fuck.
He was a complete bitch in White Lotus 2?
Yeah, the second one. There's remember there's the
Okay.
there's the Asian guy and this girl, Aubrey.
Yeah.
And there was the Brit, drawing a blank on his name. He was in the Gentleman TV series.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's her.
Okay.
She's been in a bunch of things too. I'm just drawing a blank on everything right now. Now that we're
I guess
rolling.
I'm really not up to date with my stage and screen actors.
Harvey Keitel, I chose George Clooney. He still has that presence about him where he could be suave and calm.
That's Mr. Wolf you're talking.
Yeah.
George Clooney couldn't pull off.
Come on.
No, you couldn't pull off Mr. Wolf. And actually, you say about favorite actors and characters. The Mr. Wolf character, I love that. That is just, no, I don't think he could do that.
No?
Clooney? It needs to be somebody a bit more grittier.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be able to play a little bit
Uh,
grittier. No?
I don't know.
Oh,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
something else I was going to mention before I keep going on. John Travolta's character is brothers with Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs. I didn't realize that the two
The
movies.
characters are linked in the movies?
Yeah, they're brothers.
Didn't know
I
that.
didn't know anything about that until I started doing a little research on it.
Huh.
So they're somehow linked, which is weird because Harvey Keitel plays two different guys.
Do you find, yeah, true. So do you find when you know this deeply about movies, do you still enjoy the movie?
Yeah, I think it actually
In
adds
general?
to it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking that as I was prepping for this, albeit not very much. To know that much about the background and to me, it takes away from the final product.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's just me. That's I don't want to know all the ins and outs, but I mean, I know you find it interesting, the linkages.
Yeah.
But yeah, I look at the finished products and just say, give me the finished product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mean like you wouldn't want to know that like the two characters are linked, or you wouldn't want to know that
that's interesting, but I mean, it's like so much about the movie and the background and process and I just look at the finished product. It's like listening to a piece of music. I mean, maybe I do think like that when it comes to music. I love to know the history of the music and the theme behind the song or the theme behind the album or what led to that. So I guess for music, I get it. With movies, I'm looking more as a finished product and just take that piece of work. It's like looking at a piece of art.
Yeah. So I guess you look at it more like
just a finished product. This is it,
right?
Like there's nothing else to it. Like I don't think beyond that, but I guess I do for music, which is different.
Film is a quick entertainment, whereas music is
I
enjoyed.
want to go in,
more.
sit down, watch it, be entertained, and leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's like some of the old DVDs in the past. Like you get director's cuts, then you get background, and you get all the. I mean, some of it's interesting. Don't get me wrong, but yeah,
just not all of it.
This movie, it's just to me, it's just a complete. I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah. Let's see who else we got. Tim Roth. Swap out him with Mark Wahlberg.
Tim Roth. Now you say about Tim Roth again at the time. Was Tim Roth big at the time? He's been big since.
Yeah, I don't think he was. I don't
think he was because I think he was fairly young, right?
Yeah, I think he may have been more known in the UK than here for sure.
Yeah, but he's gone on to do some good stuff. And who did you say you'd swap him out for?
Mark Wahlberg. I think I could. I know it's been a long time since he played the guy in Fear, but I could see a little bit of that with a little bit more bubbly.
I could see Wahlberg being the boxer, actually.
Yeah. He wouldn't be a bad.
I could see Wahlberg.
That's a good call.
It's yeah. He could play a few of the characters actually.
Yeah,
but yeah, maybe the boxer. Yeah, yeah.
And then Ving Rhames would swap him with Idris Elba.
Idris hasn't got the menace.
What?
He hasn't got the menace of Ving Rhames.
Oh,
You're telling me? Nah, I don't think so. You just found another big black guy.
No,
you gotta have some menace. You gotta have somebody who's really got menace.
Look at him when he was in the Fast and Furious movies, where he was basically a cyborg in that one.
Hey, Butch. There is no you and I. No, I don't know. Maybe.
But you got to remember, these guys don't have to play it exactly as the other guys.
I know.
You're just pulling from that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I guess I'm just thinking you're just swapping a guy in to play the same role, but I don't see the menace in Ving Rhames. I mean, I'm in Idris Elba. Idris Elba, funnily enough, is my man crush. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think we've played around those questions before. It's like he's a good-looking man.
Yeah.
Get a good presence, but he's not. I don't think he's mean enough.
I don't know.
He hasn't got that because Ving Rhames, he's a dirty character. Marcellus Wallace, like he's a.
Yeah, but Idris has played gangsters before, so I mean.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen. I guess I've seen him in so much stuff where he's a good character.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene?
But I mean the Mr. Wolf scene when he goes back to Tarantino's house. I'm trying to think the name of that section of the movie. When having to clean the car up, and just the lines. I mean, I can't even quote them here because they're again, it wasn't as well because it was now back then. Like the language in some of those, but pretty pleased with the cherry on the top, clean the fucking car. Like it's just a great scene.
Do you think it because of the language of the script that it would it even get made today though?
I think some of the racial stuff wouldn't. I don't know. Like, I mean, it's all in context. It's showing the ignorance of some people, right? Like at the time when he blows his head off. But I don't know. That's a good question. But I don't think the language at the time. I don't think the language makes the movie. Like it's not used throughout the movie. It's cleverly put into the script, I think. But yeah, that's a good question. Whether I think you could keep the script the same way.
Favorite scene was the Pop-Tart scene.
Oh, and the Pop-Tart shoots up in the air and he guns it down.
Because obviously Bruce Willis is standing there. He's got that badass machine gun, and John Travolta walks out, and it's just the noise of the Pop-Tarts because you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Pop, and he just
Bit of overkill.
Yeah.
Machine gun and Pop-Tart. But that jacket that he's wearing in that, I had a very similar leather jacket that I bought from Blythe, Ontario. Same kind of what would you call it?
It's almost like a bomber jacket.
Yeah, like a bomber jacket. I had a leather version of that, but I mean, I don't know. Things like that stick out to me. The fact that you just wear blue jeans, a white T-shirt covered in blood, and a bomber jacket. But yeah, that's a good scene.
What was your favorite line? There are a ton of them.
It's got to be the wallet one. Has got to be one. The Mr. Wolf, pretty pleased with the cherry on the top. Like the wallet when he wants his wallet back. I can't. It's one of those films I can't pick one line now where they're talking about, the Royale with cheese. Like it's such a stupid conversation, but it's brilliantly done. Like the way they have a Royale with cheese, and just talking about eating pork. I couldn't pick one line there. But if I had to, I'd say the Mr. Wolf lines.
Yeah. I kind of struggled to get just one particular one as well. One of my favorite lines was, "The car didn't hit no fucking bump."
He's pointing a loaded handgun at his face as
yeah. So I had that, and say what again?
What does Marcellus Wallace look like?
What?
What country you from?
What?
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
What?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it?
Yes.
Then you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like.
What?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time.
He's black.
Go on.
He's bald.
Does he look like a bitch?
What?
I love that one.
Yeah. Say what again?
Yeah.
Oh, with the big Kahuna burger.
Yeah.
So actually, fun fact, I guess it is not fun to anybody but me, but when you're trying to name your iPhone, you get your iPhone and you're trying to give it an interesting name other than Martin's iPhone. I think one time I called my one phone Big Kahuna Burger. Stuck out like a sore thumb. But the Big Kahuna Burger.
Yeah, the other line I had that I liked too was I'm gonna get medieval on your ass.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
To me, that's probably the most famous line from it.
I'm going to call a couple of pipe wielding and I'm going to get medieval. Yeah, fellas. I'm going to get... No, I don't think see, there's a line. I don't think you could reproduce that line.
No.
I think that would be some controversial. But I mean, again...
Same as the scene when...
it's probably a realistic statement that somebody like that would made in the basement of a pawn shop.
Yeah.
No, pawn or pawn? Pawn shop. In the basement of a pawn shop where you've got a guy dressed up in with a an 8-ball in his mouth. The gimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was that in the Quentin Tarantino's kitchen, because that they dropped the N-word like 8-9 times in quick succession, right? So
yeah, I don't know if that would be not again what's allowed and what's not allowed. I don't know if it'd be as tolerable. I guess I don't know, but yeah, and because it's a white guy saying it, it's Tarantino. But I mean, yeah,
it wasn't appropriate.
That'd be
at the
a bit
time.
more controversial now,
For sure.
using that kind of language. But even then, it was. It's not like it wasn't controversial at the time,
100%,
or any more acceptable at the time. And I think the shock value of that, yeah,
be interesting to know how the was that an issue for Samuel, or does he just not care?
I couldn't imagine it. I don't imagine he would care.
No, probably not.
No.
He just he
throws it in like I think his name's almost synonymous with saying the word motherfucker now. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't think he would have had a problem with it. But I think he's generated a whole character from him, like the work he must have got from that. And I think you almost expect it now when you see him in a film. And if he doesn't, it's like, you
Yeah,
know,
it is disappointing.
yeah, it's like, oh, you never said it.
Yeah, like in
You
Star
gotta say it
Wars.
at least once.
In Star Wars, I
Yeah.
was fully expecting it, even though I know
Even though it's a
it's not
Jedi,
gonna fit. Yeah,
a Jedi Lord, it's like, come on, say it once.
yeah. I'm sure they probably said it, and like the cutting room floor went, yeah, we just can't add that in.
Yeah. Again, you say one line, like Ezekiel, whatever that Ezekiel line is when he's quoting it.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there any changes that you would have liked to have seen? I know, I know you're saying it's a perfect movie, but
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really like the Eric Stoltz scene where he takes her back to the house when she's having an overdose. And for me, that's it. And there's one strange character, and there's an Irish girl in that movie who's his girlfriend, one of his girlfriends. And she was in, you're talking about links to old other movies, she was in The Commandments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's an Irish girl. Look that one up. She's in she's in it for like 10, 20 seconds. But I think she's got a big ass ear loop in her mouth. But I think, yeah, she's in The Commandments. You should look that one up.
Is she the one that's just sitting across from Rosanna Arquette, just having a conversation?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right.
yeah. She's in The Commandments. Look it up. But again, she was in it for like 10 seconds. And I mean, I always wonder, well, how much did she get paid for that? But she was in The Commandments. Yeah. And The Commandments not being a biblical movie, but the movie about the Irish Northern Soul band. Yeah.
Well, I know for this movie.
Oh, did I say Commandment?
Yeah.
Commitments.
Okay.
Commitments, sorry.
Like the musical group?
Yeah. Yeah, the movie about the Irish Northern Soul band. The Irish band.
Yeah, a large chunk of the that was it 6.9 million or whatever it was for the budget was
Must have been actors.
a large
Wages.
portion of it was, yeah.
Because I mean, where would you see any special effects in that other than the Reggie getting his head blown off?
Yeah.
Backseat of the car.
Probably just a bag full of blood and they just popped it.
Yeah.
There was no post-credit scenes, which we've seen a lot in like more recent movies. What would you have liked to have seen as a post-credit?
So we discussed this before. So post-credit, like an addendum to the movie where you're left thinking, well, what would that have been like? And they give you the answer at the end.
Well, sometimes they'll use it to kind of tie it in, or they'll use it as a joke, or sometimes they'll use it as a way to, hey, we're gonna have a second one, right?
Yeah, I don't think you could do Pulp Fiction 2, and I think it would have cheapened it. But the suitcase, it dawned on me when you were talking about it, what's in the suitcase? Because they open it up and you see it glow, but you never actually know what's in the suitcase and what the value is and why everybody's after the suitcase. So now maybe that would have been too much to tell you. Like, I mean, it's got to leave you thinking something. But I mean, I don't think it would have killed it if you'd have found out what was in the suitcase. But
I always just assumed it was gold because it had that gold glow to
it
it.
glowed too brightly.
I know.
Though. Yeah, that was like some otherworldly artifact. I don't know.
I would have liked to have known what that was too. Because like you said, you're not going to make a second one after that. Like,
No.
a bunch of the characters get killed, right? So do you really want to?
Yeah. No, I think it's a complete movie. The other casting thing is you talk about casting. I wouldn't have casted Julia, the Wolf's girlfriend. She was in Saturday Night Live. I think her name. I think she's Julia in the movie.
The one at the end.
Yeah, like she was a Saturday Night Live cast member, and I wonder how did she get cast? And that's a strange one because she didn't really fit. She was kind of around the Chris Farley, Spade era. Couldn't even name. I pick her in the lineup, but I couldn't tell you her name. But I think her character name was Julia in the movie. Yeah, strange one. She comes out of the junkyard. Her dad owns the scrapyard where they dump in the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't recognize her actually.
Yeah. There you go. You got some homework. You got some follow-up homework.
So we always like to add at the end a flip and stick. If you're flipping through the channels on the TV, is this a movie that you keep flipping, or do you stick and watch the whole thing?
100% stick.
Yeah.
But saying that, I don't think I've ever seen it on regular TV. I can't remember a time where I've ever been flicking and seen it where I've had the opportunity to stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Stick, I guess.
Yeah. You should probably change the name of that because I feel like now It's not like the 80s, and that's what I was thinking when I named it, because you're not sitting there flick.
Well,
like,
I think
you go
if,
through the guide, right?
if you had to get up and change the channel on the TV, like when I was growing up,
Yeah.
and there was 5, 2 of them didn't work, but there was 3 channels where you had to push the button in. If I had to get up, that's more of a question. If I had to get up and change the channel,
Yeah.
but I mean, flipping's too easy now. But
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely stick, 100%.
Yeah. I'm the same way. It was it's been a long time since I've seen the movie, and I just obviously just watched it
Yeah.
for this, but it was
Well done for doing your homework.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Makes me want to watch it again though.
Yeah.
But I think it's a 2.5, 3 hour investment of time, right?
no,
Is it 3 hours?
no, I
2 hours?
I want to say 2 hours.
Yeah.
I forget
It's
what
a
time
good
I started it,
investment
yeah.
of time as well, and it's also a movie you wouldn't just flick to. Oh, I just want to go to the diner scene, or I just want because you got to watch it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it can be a small bit confusing on timeline, because it
Yeah.
does jump all over the place, which I do enjoy, because it's not even necessarily that it's important, but it brings you back to where somebody else is during that movie. But the way how he does it, it doesn't always put them in that same timeline. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's. I said to you before, like you try and put the chronology together in order. I've tried it and gone through it, and it's like I just give up. It's like it doesn't really matter. The chronology, the actual chronology of events. You know what happened first. I think I tried piecing it together. I didn't try very hard, obviously, but yeah, it's great the way it's thrown together.
Yeah, my post credit would have been just the at the very end, have John Travolta in the black suit sitting in the toilet, and then opening up the door to Bruce Willis and seeing it from that
Yeah,
vantage
from
point.
his perspective.
Yeah.
Of getting blown apart
Yeah.
as a Pop Tart. Yeah, because his Pop Tart is coming up. Yeah, because what had they just done? Oh, they're waiting for him, and he puts the Pop Tart in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But we haven't talked. I mean, in this particular case, we haven't talked about the soundtrack. The sound, and again, I'm not sure about your other movies, but the soundtrack to this film is just so good without any one song being. But like Captain Kangaroo. Like, so he's like Bruce Willis is in that little whatever that car is that he's got. I couldn't even tell you what type of car it is.
It's a Honda Civic.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, like
Yeah.
a hatchback white
Yeah,
Civic.
it was like a 82, 83, somewhere in there.
Yeah, and he's playing Captain Kangaroo on the radio. I mean, like, and I Captain Kangaroo was before my time in Canada, in North America, but it's just a really fitting song for some reason. It's a fitting song, and like the Uma Thurman theme where she's dancing in front of the reel to reel tapes, with "Girl, You're a Woman Now." I mean, it's just a brilliant song.
I actually had that car. Mine was black though. I had
Oh yeah,
an 83 Civic 1500S is what they were called back then.
manual,
yeah.
or automatic. Yeah,
All my cars back then were manual.
yeah.
My first automatic one, I think, was when we bought. Do you remember that Nissan Maxima we had when we first moved here?
Yeah.
That was the first one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, it's funny. Like, and again, to add to your format for this is the soundtrack, like the fittingness of the soundtrack. I mean, I'm not talking about like chart songs or anything. Just the songs he chooses or the music he chooses for each of the pieces. Like again, when they're at the dance off. Again, another fitting scene where all of the staff, and I thought this would be a brilliant concept. All of the staff are, like 50s, 60s stars like Marilyn Monroe and what's his name, Ed Sullivan.
Mhm.
It's just brilliant. But when they're doing that dance off, but the soundtrack's huge.
it's funny how that it can quite often make or break a movie. Is the soundtrack?
Yeah, yeah,
Makes a huge difference.
yeah. And again, like I said, they weren't all chart songs or anything. They're like completely different ones. But lines from the movie, like if I'd never had a $5 shake. And like he's having a $5 shake with his boss's wife, who he's not allowed to touch. He ends up giving her a drug overdose.
Well, he didn't. That was all on her.
No, I guess she decided she was going to. Well, she didn't know what was in it though. But
Yeah.
But he'd taken that extra tough stuff, I guess, from the Eric Stoltz character.
Yeah, didn't she go through his jacket?
She found it in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, while he's in the washroom. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all bad things happen to him when he goes to the washroom.
There you go. Yeah. Have you ever watched The Life of Brian? That's my favorite
Yeah.
comedy movie.
Absolutely, we should do that next weekend.
Yeah. Good.
All right, cool.
Pleasure.
Talk to everybody next time.